All right, another day means another poll as we inch closer to the start of early voting for this primary season. We're talking about the U.S. Senate race. And so this latest poll comes from the University of Houston's School of Public Affairs. So let's just get right into these numbers. They talked to 550 likely Democratic voters, 550 likely Republican voters to see who they intend to vote for on the election day. So we'll start with the Republicans right now. It's showing Attorney General Ken Paxton with a very healthy lead, sitting at 38% saying they intend to vote for him. That's compared to 31% who plan to vote for the incumbent, U.S. Senator John Cornyn, and 17% who intend to vote for Congressman Wesley Hunt. Now, there are two other candidates in this race. They both polled at about 1%, and 12% of voters said that they are unsure still as we inch closer to election day. So pretty significant stuff there. A lot of people will tell you, a lot of experts will tell you, they think that the Republican side for certain going to a runoff. So we will see what happens and who makes it to the runoff. All right, when we flip and talk about the Democrats, U.S. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett with a sizable lead at 47% of Democratic likely voters saying they intend to vote for her in this election. That's compared to 39% for State Representative James Tallarico. There is one other candidate in this race, Ahmad Hassan. He's polling at about 2%. 12% are unsure. So again, this is, a big number, 12% of people on both sides, right? Republican and Democrat, that could make a real difference in this race in terms of whether or not someone is able to get the 50% plus one that they need to carry on to represent in November. So really, really interesting stuff. One of the things that I think is particularly interesting about this particular poll is that the margin of error is about 4%. And so that puts Paxton's lead and Crockett's lead well outside of the margin of error, which is really interesting. They would still come out on top even if you account for that margin of error. So interesting poll that comes out. Of course, the only poll that matters, right, is election day, and we're going to see what happens. Early voting starts on February 17th, election day, March 3rd.